Hi there, it's Darren from Simnation. I haven't done a zero to hero in a while, and I apologize for that. There's been a lot going on, and also I've been playing more human teams recently than I have been playing CPU teams. But want to get you caught up and kind of talk about some of the things that I've done and am doing. So let's go back. I think the last time I did one of these was right before we were going to play Coastal Carolina. Um, so as you can see, Appalachian State is in good position to make the playoffs as it stands today, as long as I don't drop a game. I've made some changes. So with Coastal Carolina, I want to talk about this game because this one was a little bit interesting. This is the first game in my life where I've actually seen a quarterback kind of do what um, Lee Carr did. So in order to fully understand this, you have to look at the game log. So as you can see, kickoff, stopped Coastal. He gets sacked, fumbles the ball. Shark and Coastal score, down 7-0. Next series, he's incompleting it, essentially gets a chance because Shark gets a penalty. Then he throws an interception, it gets returned for a touchdown. So 14-0 Coastal. Now Lee Carr's not done yet, so they start moving the ball, getting on the other side of the field. Again, another penalty that kind of pushes him back a little bit, but then he gets sacked, drops the ball on the ground again. Shark recovers it. At least this time he's not scoring. So he gets a decent drive, goes down the field, and has to punt. This is probably one of those game logic things, but anyways, we'll keep moving forward. I get the ball back again, and this time he doesn't fumble it, but I have to punt. And then the defense largely holds and forces a punt. So far, my defense has actually been doing good. Um, but then they start to move the ball again. They get to the 47, the penalty for illegal formation. Then he throws another interception, and it's taken back for another touchdown, this time 47 yards, 48, sorry. And it's 21-0, so they kick the ball off. He fumbles it again. So in the first quarter alone, he has essentially gifted Coastal Carolina all three of their touchdowns. And it's just insane. But so he tries to fumble it again, but this time at least he gets it, and so they punt. Again, defense is doing really good. Really proud of the defense in this game so far. Coastal can't get much going. They punt, get the ball back, and then of course he fumbles it. I'm sorry, he doesn't fumble it this time. He rushes it, and they get a good drive going, and finally they score. Ironically, running the ball. And now it's 21-7. Again, defense forces a 3-and-out. Again, really happy with my defense in this game so far. Uh, and they're starting to move the ball again, and then he fumbles it, and it's picked up by Coastal Carolina. Defense stops him again, and then at this point, they try to drive and have to punt. Coastal Carolina punts, and then they punt again. So if you look at this, he gave up 3 touchdowns. He turned the ball over 5 times just in the first half. So at this point, it's interesting. I would have loved to have been in the locker room. Nathaniel Weems is the backup. Nathaniel Weems doesn't come in, but as you can see, they come down the field and they score. They force another short series from Coastal. They come down the field, score. He's on fire right now. They punt. I'm sorry, they kick it off and then they force another punt and they get the ball at the 3. They drive down the field. They score again. So right off the bat, he scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter alone. They kick it. At this point, the score is 28-21. App State. And this time, they essentially Coastal goes down the field, scores a field goal. They kick it off. Ron Turner turns it into a touchdown, 35-24, and then they force a short series on punt, and then another field goal. They're up 38-24. They force another punt, get a long drive. He scores again. with a passing touchdown to make it 45-24. And then again, short series for Shark, short series for Appalachian State, and then they end the game with a pickoff. So it just was interesting. I'm only showing you that not to brag, but this is like the one of the few times I've ever seen a quarterback do that. As you can see, he threw two interceptions, both in the first half, both touchdowns for the other team. And then if you look at the fumbles, he fumbled the ball three times. He fumbled four times, lost it three times. So he should have just been the offensive player of the game for both teams because all the points except for the field goal that Sharks scored came from their defense. The defense had a really good game plan. It worked. Was really happy with that. They came out with Georgia State. In this one, uh, Carr got hurt early and forced Weems in. Weems just went off. This is a really good stat considering how much I've had quarterback struggles with this team. And of course, Major even got 100 yards rushing the ball, and they just trounced Georgia State. This was a big game for me because this is Invisible Witness, who is one of the better coaches. Now, I probably caught Invisible Witness at a good time because I think he's out of town and probably didn't have the ability to look at it the same way he normally does. Otherwise, I don't know that I would have beat him like this. But I didn't make any changes. The playbook's been the same since this game. And as you can see, App State just came out. It's kind of more of a shootout. This was almost 1,000 yards between the two teams. But again, three turnovers against two. And Weems had a really good game again. He's actually turning into he is now the starting quarterback. Carl doesn't have a chance at it anymore. So that's kind of where we're at. Playbook is starting to really work the way I want it to. I'm honestly not going to touch the offensive playbook until it starts to digress because I think I finally got it dialed in. My defense is not as good as I want it to be, but if I'm scoring 40 to 50 points a game, I don't know that I really care about the defense. Now, I'm in pretty good position to make the playoffs. I should win these two games. This will be a tough game. Should win this game. This one will be a tough game. But the fact that I beat both Coastal and Louisiana Lafayette gives me a little bit more confidence against those two that I should be able to win those games. Um, I don't think Carr is back yet, but what we're gonna do is he's been out hurt, so we're just gonna make him push him down. I think we're good with everything else. Don't really care about that. Make sure this is my rushing playbook, so bring Weems, Sanchez, and Carr. Keep everything the same. Again, not going to mess with it. My defense, I'm still good with this. I'll show you something in a second about the defense. I don't need to make changes here. My defense is already doing what I want it to do, which is give me enough of a space to win the game. As you can see, I am throwing heavily at this point, mostly just because I don't have a rushing attack. I am still modifying the defenses. This was coming out of the Louisiana Lafayette game. Well, I needed to put pressure. Now that I'm out of that game, what I'll probably do is I need to kind of look at the other team. I haven't done the normal stuff I do where I look at the other team, watch their games and stuff like that. But what we're gonna just do is look here and see what they were doing. So they like to throw the ball. I think I'm fine with that. Lots of dives, so they're going to go inside, but they also go outside. Lots of short. Yeah, they're throwing a lot of short passes. So what I'm probably going to do for this game is, let's go back to my team, uh, is strategy-wise, I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. We'll make that 32, make that 40. Make that 55, make that 100, make that 30. Actually, I'll make that like 10. Make that 40, we'll leave that 100. Whenever it's 100, you're using the CPU's Blitz playbook. We haven't transferred that into our playbooks, and it's going to be another season or two before I even consider that, just because I know some people who have in different leagues and there's some issues though. So just do it like that. Game plan, not going to change that, not going to change that. We're good. We'll change that though. This is short passing. Um, and again, I don't let my coaches do my prep a lot of time. I do my own prep. I don't know if he's in play man or not. I didn't really pay attention to that, so we'll just set this to blitz. Um, and then if we go to the playbooks, we can look at the defensive playbooks. Again, I'm going to get rid of plays that have longer things like these. If it's a pass play, less than 5 is good. If it's a run play, it's less than 1. I'm sorry, less than 3. I don't know why I said 1. And then looking here again, just trying to see what's working and what's not, getting rid of what doesn't. I'm fine with that one. And then this is a more balanced playbook. Generally, I am okay with that. I'm not going to touch my offense right now. I don't want to mess with it because it's doing good for me right now. And that's generally all I'm going to do. I'm in pretty good position. I may actually make it to hero status this season. We'll see. But I've also had one of these before where I got past all the human coaches and then had a major injury and then kind of lost it. Now, the thing I want to show you is the reason why I'm going to start starting Weems is you can see there's a big difference between the two of these. So Carl has a monster arm. He's pretty smart, good accuracy. His QB skills leave a lot to be desired, plus his endurance has me a little bit worried. Whereas Reams is someone I know very well. He was a quarterback at Colorado. He has a monster arm. Intelligence isn't that good. Accuracy is not that good, but endurance is good, and he's got a good QB rating, and I think all that's influencing good skills. Defensive wise, people keep asking me why I start cast sports. Why this is why. 22 pass defenses, 89 targets, 41 catches allowed. That's pretty amazing. And he's having a really good year. He is a converted running back, just for everyone who's interested. Plus, he has 4 interceptions as well. So yeah, he is my shutdown corner at this point. And you can see he's not really good. He draws penalties, but that 95 speed, 87 agility, 56 hands is working out pretty well for him. So that's kind of it. I'm not going to show my recruitment because I have no budget dollars. I'm really trying to get some players that I've exposed with Maryland and Colorado. And I just don't want to show it because I really want to get these players if I'm going to build Appalachian State up. That's it for now. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully you find this helpful.